Welcome, kind listeners, to Under the Banyan Tree.
The live show where ancient epics meet modern minds.
I am Leo, a yogini from the West,
And I am handsome Mayank, a rationalist from the East.
and with sunglasses, we journey through the Mahabharata from the retelling of Ramesh Menon, epic of war, faith, and everything in between.
Everything in between.
And today we are reading 3 chapters. Chapter 41, The Tragic News. Chapter 42, Flight Through the Jungle. And chapter 43, A Change of Heart, with the sankalpa of reading it through a wrath. And with this in mind, what's your understanding? What's your definition of wrath?
Wrath is extreme anger. It can also be for self-preservation or protection. And as per my definition, it is short-lived.
And that's very interesting.
Mhm.
So, to find the definition of wrath, and I agree with most of what you said, except the short-lived. So, to try to understand my definition of wrath, I've done a little bit of research, having in mind that we are trying to root ourselves in the idea of the 7 sins from the Christian tradition. And actually, initially, wrath wasn't wrath. It was anger. And initially, they were just thoughts. So long time ago, around the 3rd century, there was a monk in Egypt that noticed that his colleagues had troubles with prey. So he created a guideline where, like a manual, where he described the 8, not the 7 streams of thoughts that would prevent them from praying correctly. So, and this makes me think a little bit about meditation. So later on, with the translation, they became the 7. So there was an association with sloth and sadness, and they became the 7 capital ways, and capital as coming from the head. And that's why it's capital, not being as deadly as we know it nowadays.
Sorry, I couldn't understand.
Go ahead, sorry.
What do you mean by capital coming from
So
head?
capital, it's a word that streams. I need to go into my notes. I'm sorry. So the word capital comes from capu, head.
Okay.
So, and they were headwaters. So the word capital comes from capu, that means head, not capital as capital sentence, which
Okay.
is interesting. And so in those times, they were talking about the 7 or 8 thoughts that were the root of all the other not positive thoughts, or that after would become a behavior. And for me, this is interesting for 2 reasons. First, because it's a thought, not an action. And secondly, because I think nowadays we see it in a completely different way. And for me, anger is what you said, is short-lived. It's an eruption, while wrath, it's something that simmers. It's something longer. And for me, wrath has always a pinch of vengeance. While anger, it's an emotional reaction to something, wrath stays and makes me want vengeance towards someone. But within that, I found something that I consider interesting, that as a sin He's trying to pull me closer to him or closer to the middle of the screen. So it's a uncontrolled feeling or rage, hatred, or desire, vengeance. So for me, is more visceral and it's long lived. It's not just a eruption. And when I read doing my homework, I actually tried to find moments of anger and moments of wanting vengeance, and also, a more long-term feeling.
Okay.
And not only action itself, but the thought of it.
Okay. Like I believe wrath to be short-lived because, for example, we were also talking about wrath of God, or here and there people may have heard of wrath of Mahadev. So God or Mahadev in the state of wrath, they are not in a long-term state of anger. They are just there to accomplish something,
So,
bring
and
things to baseline, and then they are back to business.
yes, but it's more, it's first, it's theoretically, it's justified wrath. And it's you are looking, I think, and my understanding is you are looking from a higher point of view. And I understand I'm looking from the little human point of view
Okay.
of anger being angry with you because you didn't put the plates inside of the dishwash. And wrath is I start simmering that feeling inside of me and planning to do something.
Okay.
But you actually brought something that I think it's very interesting. That's the idea of wrath as a sin, but wrath, it's divine. So what's the difference between divine wrath and human wrath?
In all honesty, I actually feel that for wrath you need a lot of capability, which I feel is not with day to day human beings. So,
Tell me more.
like, that's what I believe. That,
When you say capability,
like, I feel that to enact wrath, you should have capabilities to do destruction at a level of, for example, the atom bombs on Japan were kind of wrath of US or wrath of who was the president that time. I think Eisenhower or whosoever. I can I can classify that thing as wrath. Like for me, wrath means
so for you, wrath needs to be always at a big scale. So
yeah.
an example, like someone, I perceive that someone was wrong with me. And I wait and I simmer that anger inside of me. And 20 years later, I avenge myself at, at the individual. What I was feeling is wrath. Even if it's in a small scale, in the scale of my own capabilities, but is still wrath.
Makes sense. And this is a very good point for our kind listeners to know what is their interpretation of wrath and anger, and they can let us know.
Okay, and I think we are done with this first part of our life. So we are moving on to the Shravan, and Mayank will, with his sunglasses, share in a not so wrathful way the summary of the three chapters.
Yeah. Chapter 41, The Tragic News. The Lakshagriha palace was burnt down, and people saw the bodies of Purochan, Nishadini, and her 5 sons. The miner who dug the tunnel came to ensure that the mouth of the tunnel within the palace is covered, and he also wondered how Pandavas will repent this sin. All people of Hastinapur are in deep sorrow. Dhritarashtra, on hearing this news, pretended really well to be sad and grief stricken. He did a complete royal ceremony for Tarpan or dispersal of Pandavas' so called remains. And in all this, Vidur is quiet and Bhishma is distraught. So Vidur tells him the truth, and Bhishma is grateful to Vidur for saving the lives of Pandavas. Chapter 42, Flight Through the Jungle. This whole chapter is just about Pandavas being dead tired and Bhima carrying them and Kunti. And as they were very thirsty and near unconscious, Bhim brings them water and saves their lives. Bhima thinks to himself that his mother Kunti, daughter of Kunti Bhoj, daughter-in-law of Vichitravirya, Pandu's wife, Pandava's mother, who bore sons of Indra, Vayu, and Yama, and she is struggling here while enemies thrive. And his thirst for revenge grows stronger thinking all this. Chapter 43, A Change of Heart. Hidimba and Hidimbi, they ruled the forest where Pandavas reached. On smelling humans, Hidimba asked his sister Hidimbi, both were demon and demoness, to bring those 4-5 humans so that they can eat them. As soon as Hidimbi saw Bhim, she fell in love with this godlike figure, and she changed herself to a beautiful, dark skinned, big breasts, wide hips, dressed in white goddess kind of figure. And when Bhima saw her, he also fell in love. And then Hidimba, the demon, came, and he was angry seeing Hidimbi in love with a mere mortal human. Bhima and Hidimba had a big fight, and Bhim killed him before sunset. Hidimbi expressed her feelings to Kunti and asked her permission to marry Bhim. Bhim was shy as Yudhishthir, being the elder one, was still unmarried, but Yudhishthir told him that heart follows no such convention, and whatever the heart says must be honored. It is decided that they both will get married.
The end. I just want to add something at the end of chapter 42, that indeed Bhim was simmering with anger and wanted revenge. He also applied the antidote to himself, and he allowed himself to feel those feelings, and after he pacified himself and told to himself, I think was something like, there's rivers that come from obscure places and they eventually become big streams, and with time, so their time will come like the river, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I like that chapter was.
No, I found this interesting because for me that was a teaching that, and I actually wanted to talk about this, but later on in the episode, because we many times tend to or repress our anger or feel the anger but make a flag of it. And in both scenarios, and we tend to blame others for the anger that we feel. And in this scenario, Bhima felt his anger, and he also found a way of getting out of that anger. And I consider that a big lesson because it's hard to feel certain emotions, especially in a feel good Western society. And it is hard to also find the mechanisms to get out of it in a healthy way. And I think BIM illustrated that. Okay, so we already went to a point of wrath, I think. What's your opinion?
Mm, yeah, I noted that instance as because it was, in all honesty, it was difficult to find wrath, but whatever Bhim was going through, and because I have, at least in my definition, I have this stipulated condition that wrath should result in something bigger later. So I think whatever Bhim was feeling at that point of time, which was anger for sure, but kind of a simmering wrath for a very long period of time. Like he was feeling it earlier as well, and he will be feeling it later throughout as well. So I think that was one instance for me where he was wrathful. And I think in your definition, it's also about vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
And he's thinking about vengeance from Duryodhan and his brothers and Karn, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I counted that one instance um, as um, one of the features in the story about Wrath.
And and because we talked about divine wrath, and I ask for your help because I'm probably going in the wrong direction. But at the beginning, when we have the miner saying, I wonder if the Pandavas would be punished by their sins, I don't know. It's just like a fragrance of divine wrath,
Mm-hmm.
because divine wrath, it's always based in justice, and it's almost like, will justice be done because of this action? I don't know. What's
I
your
no,
thought?
I think it was a very good observation for sure. In like, and you actually found quite a subtle divine wrath. So I think that was a very good one. I read it. Yeah, but I couldn't think it through. I read that line and I felt that there should be something here, but I just couldn't think it through, which you did.
Well, I wasn't sure of my thought.
No, but yeah, I think it's a good one. It's a good one.
um, and do you think, in a way, we let these things because we we feel that there's something wrong about it, but we don't have the means to execute? We hope that a force bigger than ourselves set things right.
Mm, I couldn't get you for what
Like,
happened.
when not, and not specifically what happened with the miner saying about the Pandavas, but even a little bit on in that, or in him. Like, sometimes the only escape is to to believe or to expect in a divine judgment.
Hmm. Yeah, like,
It's like, oh, this is above my pay grade. I hope there's a higher force than me.
yeah. And yeah, like, so Miner was in no place to deliver justice. He just saw a situation and he was like, I believe something will happen
Hmm.
for whatever has happened here. Um, Bhim for sure is in a place where he can do something about his situation. But even where he was currently, I think he was also just thinking this way, that somehow destiny will bring me to a place where I will be able to do something about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get it. Like that, as humans, sometimes we just leave things in the hands of fate or to the universe, telling the universe that, yeah, as you said, it's beyond my pay grade, at least for now.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, there will be a situation in future where I will be able to tackle this.
And what else? Where else did you see wrathfulness?
Uh, I I'm not sure. I wrote it, but I don't think it categorizes as wrath. Uh, Whatever Bhishma felt when he was told about
Mm.
the plans of Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan and Shakuni. But the thing is, I discard it myself because I added that condition that there should be something, some activity, some, and like you said, some vengeance. And Bhishma was not the one who executed any kind of vengeance or who punished them for anything, whatever wrong they did.
I think somewhere while we were cleaning the kitchen or preparing some food, I mentioned that to you that I didn't feel that Bhishma
Hmm.
felt any wrath. And my justification was to feel wrath, you need to have some type of energy behind it. There's some type of fuel. And he's so tired.
Mhm.
He's so tired of seeing people dying. He's so tired of trying to fight what seems to be unavoidable
Mhm.
that he's simply kind of quitted,
Yeah.
and he was just at peace to know that that the Pandavas were still alive.
He's a spent force. He's done, kind of.
Yeah, it's like I'm here because I made a vow. I just can't. I don't have any other place to take energy from. I'm
Yeah.
I'm uh, I'm uh, b- I'm beyond my expire date.
Yeah.
I saw wrath in the citizens. The women cried with anger. They cursed Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan, regardless of, you know, if they had any rights or not. I don't know, but there was for sure anger. It's written in the text that the women cried with anger, and the men too. They cursed Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan and their family. So, regardless of the execution, there was, from my point of view. But
But
what's your thoughts?
I think that's why I added that stipulation that you should have the capability, or else your wrath is nothing.
But regardless of,
No, but that's what I believe. Like my
okay,
definition includes you should have the capability to deliver. The citizens, they didn't have the capability to deliver.
no,
So
they have the capability to deliver within their means, within their capacity.
yeah, but I will call it
And
anger.
I think the capability also, it's related to what you believe.
Like for me, like see, again, I will go back to the World War II example. Japan did heinous things to China. China couldn't do anything back to them. So we can't say that, oh, China delivered or China had a wrath on Japan or something like that. We can only say that it was from US to Japan because they had the capability and then they delivered. So that's how I feel that.
So you think that an individual that doesn't, you think from your point of view, unsheltered person,
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, a person that doesn't have means, don't have the right of feeling wrath.
I feel you can feel wrathful, but your delivery is lacking. Like that's what I feel. Like say for you and me, I will feel that whatever we feel is anger. Like that's my opinion, and I can be
In,
totally wrong because we don't have the capabilities.
and because that, and that's why I think this is the major difference, where for
Can you
me,
wait for a second? Your mic is in a very precarious position.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, and I'm back.
Yeah.
So while for you wrath is external and depending on the deliverables, for me wrath it's just another level of anger, and it's not related with deliverables. You can feel it, you can simmer on it, you can die because of it, and not impacting or
Okay.
delivering your blow.
Okay.
Tell us, what do you think?
Yeah. Tell us, if kind listeners, please let us know if the citizens of Hastinapur are they wrathful or are they angry? We would like to
I
hear
think
from you.
they are basically angry, okay?
Yeah,
But
but no,
but because wrath comes from anger,
I
and
am getting you. You are treating wrath as an internal emotion, and I am more treating it like an external
I think you
affect.
are talking about it and thinking about it in a very high level,
Mhm.
in a almost, you know, strategic point of view, and I'm looking at it from a human perspective.
Mhm.
Okay, so what else?
And lastly, we're at least, and this is me, I am also a spent force like Bhishma here, that I just felt whatever Bhim and Hidimba had between themselves was kind of wrath.
Yeah.
Like if you are going to kill each other, then more or less that's wrath for me. Uh, it's beyond anger. That's what I feel.
And do you think both angers or both wraths were 100% justified?
Well, I thought about it actually. And I was like, in one way, you say that demons are this way, okay, that they eat humans. So that's part of their nature. And on the other side, also for Bhim, and it's self preservation. He wants to preserve, he wants to he wants to save his life and his brother's lives and his mother's life. So I was bit unsure.
But I think
Hmm.
that Hidimba was fighting not only because he wanted to eat him,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was fighting him because he stolen his sister. Him stolen his sister.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. Hidimb was for sure angry on his sister, and he never thought that it was like Bhim who enchanted her or something. So he was disappointed with with his sister for ruining the family reputation or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, or the reputation of the race. And obviously, for him, it's like the tastiest food in front of him, which he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to have. But I don't think he thinks of humans, at least that's what my perception is. He thinks of humans as kind of very lowly creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like that you seduced her. It's like in his head, humans don't even have the capacity to seduce. That's what I perceive.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel. It's like from Fantastic Beasts,
Mm-hmm.
because we just watched it recently. Grindelwald being, I feel Grindelwald was angry on Queenie
Hmm.
that she gave away herself to a muggle,
Mm-hmm.
and not on a muggle like Jacob, that, oh, you seduced Queenie. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
I
yeah. No,
perceive
I
it.
understand you. I understand you, and I think you are right.
Mhm.
Um, I'm just trying to find other reasons for um Hidimba to be fighting with oh your sunglasses. I can't read it.
I was just we got one
We
comment
we
from Bhaskar. So thank you, Bhaskar.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you were trying to
You read it.
and
Yeah.
almost showing your wrathful eye.
Yeah, yeah. Look. Visual disclaimer given later. Visual warning.
So yeah, he's wearing glasses because he has a eye problem.
Yeah.
But
I'm not just showing off. I actually need it.
yes, so and believe me, it's better to see the our setup reflected on his glasses than what's going on with his eye. So yeah, I was and going back, I was trying to find some other reason beyond I want to eat you. I think he also wanted to put him in his place. So it's like, oh, this piece of meat, it's over here.
And talking shit back.
I'm going to put you on your place.
I really like these all our mythological stories. They always have a banter before they kill each other.
Yeah,
They're always like, oh, I will show you your place. Oh, I will do this to you. I will do that to you.
yeah.
So, yeah. But you classify it as a wrath?
No,
No?
not really. I don't know what.
From any side?
Sorry. The conflict between the two of them.
Yeah.
Well, at this moment in time, him is in love with Hidimbi.
Hidimbi.
Hidimbi. So, and he wants to protect his family too. And yeah, he is angry at him. Who are you to come and try to eat my family and eat me? So I don't know if I level it to the scale of wrath, but for sure there's anger. And I think there's a visceral anger that is both of them, they think that the other is not recognizing its value, his value.
And it is racism from both ends.
100%
Both think others
are less than. Yeah. Thank you for giving words to my thought. I think, yes, I agree with you.
That's a unique kind of racism, where both feel that I am superior. That's so good.
Both feel that they
Yeah,
are.
there is no victim, only
And-
oppressors.
And I now that you mentioned that, it makes me go to the conversation that we were having just before. That is the fact that we have divas having marriages and relations with humans, and me as a reader, it's like, oh yeah, fine, it's normal. But
You should also give the example which you gave me, devas and humans marriage. You gave me the example before we started.
Shantanu with Ganga.
Yeah.
But after we see him and Hidimbi, Hidimbi, and it's like, okay, this is like what? Hagrid with some normal wizard. And
Hagrid and Winky.
and we start thinking, but it's just our own, it's my own racism because it's the same. But because
Yes.
I consider
I can
demons,
tell kind listeners that she was reading and she was like, yeah, what is going on? Oh my God. No, I'm kidding. She doesn't make any such faces.
but we actually talked about it before.
Yeah. And you know, it's not just that. Say, you can think it the scenario in two ways. One is that, okay, you can get yucky or whatever, and I don't care if you do. But second is you can be like I was, oh wow, such a great gesture by Bhim and Pandavas that they decided to get married to a demoness. But
It's another type
yeah,
of
that's
also great.
reverse racism. So because ultimately for us it is something which we don't consider completely natural, or like there is something happening in our brain which is like, I don't know if this feels right, this seems right. But I think this was actually, like, I genuinely feel in the three chapters,
Hmm.
for me the best part was, first of all, Hidimbi being sure of what she wants.
And it's not only that I found beautiful
Mhm.
that she told the absolute truth to Conti.
Mm. And also to Bhim.
Yeah,
She told that I'm here to eat you and my brother is here to kill you, and like she tells everything.
yeah, and I find that remarkable.
Yeah, she doesn't fear judgment. Ah, well, you will say based on what she transformed herself into.
Yeah, it's the only I. The more I read, by the third reading, I was like, okay, but she used sorcery to make herself more appealing to him. And in a way, all women and men too, we use our own sorcery, as you said,
Mhm.
to be visually more appealing to others.
Yeah, like I'm wearing these glasses and looking handsome to all of you.
That
So
otherwise he would look like a ogre.
I'm happy that I'm wearing these glasses. My tears are not visible to you. Yeah, but it makes sense, no? Like, say, even I today, I have something which is deformity, which
Yeah,
doesn't look pleasant to human eyes, and I am trying to hide it.
yeah, yeah.
So it's such a, I think it, what a day and what a coincidence. And I think she also knew, and like, think of this, she knows that her actions may not be judged. So,
Hmm.
so she
But her
tells,
looks,
will be judged.
yeah,
So she tells everything, she tells the truth about her actions, that I am here to kidnap you, eat you, this and that. But she was concerned that my looks will get judged, and therefore she transforms herself into
a
a,
beautiful human form.
yeah.
But I find beautiful that there was no second thought.
Hmm.
There was
Second
no
thought in the
second
sense,
guess from her in the sense of, oh, but I'm a demon. So
yeah.
she, and I don't want to come with, oh, divine intervention or whatsoever, but she felt it and she's like, okay, I will do whatever it takes to show my love.
Yeah.
Because she said, I'd rather to die. Like,
Yeah.
so, and I find that capacity extraordinary. And from him, in a way, too.
Yeah. And I would like to just say whatever you said, like I'm just adding this, not having this victim mindset
Yeah.
is a very strong thing. You being confident in whatever way you are on your heritage,
Mm-hmm.
and not pretending to be an underdog or something, and going there with confidence, and yeah, definitely I think um I really liked reading And I would add one more thing.
Hmm.
At least in the series, she also helps Bhim against against her brother,
Yeah, that's yeah.
which I think was a good touch. I don't know if it is part of the original text or not, because one reason Yudhishthir also gives for their for approval of their marriage is that now she has saved Bhima's life. She she has some ownership on Bhima.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So
interesting.
yeah, so that's why also she should be allowed to marry. But like for me, it was just for me it was kind of a okay, an empowered female character, and
Our first empowered female character.
not really. I don't think so.
Oh, what's her name? Ooh, help me.
Like Ganga was empowered, Satyavati was kind of empowered, Amba was
Amba.
empowered, and I also feel that it's not empowering them by force.
Mm-hmm.
It's it fits the story
Mm-hmm.
naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked whatever I read about Hidimbi and and Bhim as well. Like Bhim is a character who's quite non-judgmental.
And I find, a few chapters before, you have him scolding Karn
Mm-hmm,
and the Pandavas scolding Karn.
mm-hmm.
And what this chapter now shows me is they have learned the lesson.
I don't think so,
No,
because they
I'm
keep on
being too
doing.
hopeful.
Yeah, they keep on doing. So all I'm saying is that they are not above casteism. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel they are above casteism. Here and there, some instances they may be, but they are not beyond that. They still are part of that system. But they were kind of beyond racism. These were two complete different races, humans and demons. They are complete different races. And by races, I don't mean the skin tone.
Yeah.
Like it's like elves and human,
Yep.
or dwarves and human. And at
So,
least they were beyond that.
do you think the circumstances helped this acceptance?
Yes, yes, I think so. It was a lot with circumstances. And like I also feel that, see, the story, I will have to give credit to Vedvyas. Ultimately, this is all happening to bring Ghatotkach in the
Yeah.
picture. So he came up with this all ideas, and that's why I also liked what they did in the series, where they also made Hidimbi help Bhim,
Mm-hmm.
because it kinds of strengthens
Reinforced.
more, yeah, reinforces the whole union. So but I think you are absolutely right. And now I can see some blessings in disguise in this whole Lakshagre episode. They will never be in forest if they would not have followed what Vidut told them.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like that lesson which usually scriptures try to give you, that when you are going through hardships, it is
There's
for
always something good from it.
yeah, and it is always for some reason
Yeah.
which you only realize in
Yeah.
retrospective. That's a
That,
good observation, actually, what you made, that the circumstances helped. Because,
and to be honest, my first thought was, oh my God, this is really a capacity of living in the present moment. They just escaped a
ah,
murder attempted,
oh,
and they are now
they are like, oh,
getting two people married.
let's do a wedding.
Let's do a wedding.
Band Baja Barat. Yeah.
And I've my that's where the thought came from, because I think if it was the two of us, we would be, I don't know if we would have mental space or emotional space to this.
But that's the thing, what I feel is you can only go for these things in extreme crisis or when everything is good. I'm so sorry. For example, the wedding of Bill and Fleur.
Oh yeah,
It happens when Voldemort is at its peak.
yeah.
Harry Potter
Okay.
reference, friends.
No, and I was thinking on one sentence of the book that was something like crossing the river. It was like leaving the past behind, and they really left the past behind.
Yeah. And it's a big thing. Like, so there are so many lessons. One is, okay, you have a big problem, but you get one big immediate problem to solve, the demon Hidimbi.
Yeah.
And there is a clear prioritization that we are going to solve this first. And in all that chaos, they they are okay to enjoy a moment of joy and peace, and it
And
was
I find it remarkable and a show of strength and emotional maturity and detachment
true.
that I think it's something that we need desperately to learn.
This was very, very good from you. Very good.
What else?
Your multiple readings, they help. Well, yeah. Apart from this, I would just like to talk in very brief about all the charade of Dhritarashtra.
Oh.
And I will say that I don't like the portrayal of Dhritarashtra from this novel. I am more in the favor of Dhritarashtra from the series because I feel this Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan and Shakuni from the novel, they are more or less similar characters.
Yeah, and they are just polarized.
Yeah. While Dhritarashtra from series, he's a weak guy.
Yeah, not a evil guy.
Yeah.
He's just weak.
He's just weak. And whatever kind of evilness comes out from him is because of his weakness, which I think is a very big lesson for all of us, that it's not okay to be weak.
Yeah. And somewhere in the text over here, it said something like he surrendered himself to evil. And in a way, if you surrender to something, you become that something. If I surrender to peace, I become a peaceful person. So, and I don't think that's, and I didn't read the original text, but I think the main lesson with Dhritarashtra is being weak.
Yeah.
It's not understanding the rule of a king and the rule of a father and honor the burden, because it's a burden of being a king.
Yeah.
It's not a power.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't like the portrayal that, he was
Yeah.
all pretending and like, because I want to see him different than what Duryodhan is or what
True.
Shakuni is.
Shakunis.
Because we
Otherwise, it's
already
just
have. Yeah.
three black
Yeah.
stripes, and that's it.
Yeah. Like, I want to see weaknesses of people or evilness of people stemming from different sources.
Yeah, and
Because then it makes them interesting characters.
otherwise they are just black and white.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about Gandhari, and you know that I like Gandhari, and I don't think Gandhari would simply support
And they
Dhritarashtra.
didn't mention.
No, there's no mention of Gandhari, which is sad for me. But I don't think Gandhari would stay at his side simply knowing the charade
Yeah.
behind it.
Do you remember from the series she tells a very elaborate dream
Yes.
that the fire god is burning my house,
Yeah.
and Shiva could not even protect my house. Indra could not protect my house. So yes, and I really liked the portrayal of Gandhari and Dhritarashtra from the series. That Dhritarashtra was, he had the guilt. He wasn't
Yeah.
just pretending. He had the guilt. Yes, in his heart he always wanted Duryodhan to be the king. But I wouldn't say that, he was the one who murdered them directly, but or killed Pandavas directly in this whole instance. It was just because he was so weak to
Yeah.
resist anything from Duryodhan that, yeah.
I just think that the book at this stage it's making Dhritarashtra too flat,
Yeah.
just a flat, bidimensional character.
Yeah.
And what we saw in the series was more rich, and there was a we could see a conflict of interests, a conflict of feelings and emotions, which I think it's more reliable because he was a brother of Pandu
Mhm.
and he loved his brother. And I think in a way it's more credible than a flat Dhritarashtra that surrenders to evil and that's it. And
And
just a good actor because it has the face of a blind person. Sorry.
no, and
End of rant.
even in the authentic text, as far as I know, his portrayal was very confusing. Confusing in the sense, like, even from the series, you don't know when Dhritarashtra is evil in his head or when he's weak.
Yeah.
And I really like that
Yeah.
portrayal.
Yeah.
Like, that actor has also acted so well that it's very difficult to read him, that what's going on
And you
in.
see, I can't imagine Dhritarashtra feeling wrath. For me, wrath it's too much of an intense emotion for a person as weak as him.
Yeah.
Like I can't see him feeling wrath, and not in a dark way, but because he's pure nature force, his raw force. It's natural for him to express that energy. While Dhritarashtra, he's weak.
Yeah.
In a way, his his physicality express his weakness, his blindness.
Yeah. Hmm. I think
Okay,
we have
sorry.
more or less discussed and ranted whatever we wanted to, no?
Yay! No, now I'm imagining, like I'm thinking, can I imagine Arjun wrathful? Yeah. Can I imagine Yudhishthir wrathful?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because he's too poised, I feel,
Yeah.
to cater these feelings for so long.
Yeah. I think so too. He's very strategic in a way. And I have the idea that Yudhishthir always sees the big picture. So whatever you are doing, it's for the greater good, even if I'm feeling pain.
Yeah.
So, okay, Nakulit and Sahadev,
They are side characters.
Kunti.
Nah, I don't think so.
But like Draupadi, she can feel anger.
Yeah, and she was wrathful.
Yeah, Draupadi.
Yeah, Draupadi was wrathful. Arjun was specially wrathful when Abhimanyu died.
Yeah,
So he had proper wrath on Jayadratha.
yeah.
And all these things will come in future. So
Sorry. Yeah, we
don't
are.
worry, kind listeners. We will explain each and every aspect when it will be
When the
appropriate.
time comes.
Yes, when the time comes.
Okay, and so with this, I think we can close and Naman.
I will let you go first this time.
this is a hard thing because there's a lot of people to Naman,
Go ahead.
but I can go with Naman Bim
Mhm.
because it's through him that I've learned so many lessons with these chapters of staying in the present, of feeling my emotions, letting them go, and finding my own ways, overcoming, of being truthful to my heart, of acting accordingly to my heart, of being devoted to the ones I love, of asking permission when I should ask for permission. So I think him taught me a lot in this with the help of Hidimbi.
Yep.
Hidimbi. So I want to bless the couple
Okay.
because uh, I think both of them and the people that teach us things in the day-to-day life. Yeah.
I will go with Hidimbi, or in many texts, Hidimba. I
Yeah,
will
that
go
was
with,
very confusing.
yeah, I will go with Hidimbi because I was very impressed with her clarity, that she fell in love. She was very clear. She, like, there are no mixed signals. If you like someone, go ahead, express it to them, let them decide. And she did the same. She expressed her feelings to Bhim. She expressed her feelings to Kunti.
She
Um,
was honest.
she was honest, no victim mindset. Great attitude, I would say. And I genuinely feel that when it comes to expression of love, it's I feel there should be no hesitation.
I love you, my ogre.
Um, I love you too. And I don't think there should be any hesitation when it comes to love. And I actually felt the purity of love through her expression. So, very proud of Hidimbi, and I would like to naman her.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank you
that
so much.
beautiful naman.
You're welcome.
Okay, kind listeners, and we are done for today. So I hope to see you next week. We are going to read the text through lust
Another deadly sin, a good one.
or not. We will see. Thank
So,
you so much.
I think,
Share your comments. Share what's your understanding of wrath, with whom you side, or bring us a completely new perspective, please.
yeah, please. And the theme next week is quite interesting. So, I would really want to see all of you with us next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.